In this episode of Financial Control for Life, I want to share the 3 biggest lessons I learned on how to protect my business. As a business owner and an entrepreneur since 2003, Michelle and I, my wife and CEO of our company, we often wonder and worry at times, how financially protected are we as business owners? And we did really well with this one business, really well, from 03 to 07. And then there was a time where we were reactive into getting into a new business because the other one was kind of moving away. This new business had all the bells and whistles we thought would work really well for us. We did all the research and all the due diligence, and then unfortunately the business did not work out well for us. And it was a very difficult time in our life because we weren't financially protected. We had all this money going into our little bank, and then all of a sudden it all disappeared. And what happens then? Well, lots of debt starts mounting up. And it was scary for us because we didn't know what to do. So at that time, we didn't have a cash reserve. We didn't know how to help ourselves get out of this issue. We were facing, obviously, the situation that a lot of people do face is the big B word, bankruptcy, which we didn't want to go down that road, and we resisted that so much. We wanted to figure out a better way, but we didn't know what to do. So what do you think we did? And there's that old Mark Twain quote that the banker will give you an umbrella when it's sunny, but then we'll take the umbrella away when it starts to rain. And we experienced that firsthand with this little bank, which I won't mention the name, in our little town. And we went in there to see the banker to help. And what happened is we got kicked out the door, and we're sitting in our car in the parking lot wondering, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do now? It was crazy. It was a scary time in our life. But when bad things happen, new doors open. For me and Michelle, we're so blessed to have known this gentleman who told us about a concept. And there was a couple books that he sent to us because we had a relationship with him with another business. And this concept just blew us away. And we were wondering, why didn't our advisor tell us about this? And this concept taught us about how to have a cash reserve, how to have cash flow when you need it the most. Because how many businesses are going to survive a financial crisis? It's difficult, right? So we learned about this book, these 2 books, Dividend Paying Whole Life Insurance, and we're thinking, oh my gosh, life insurance? Are you kidding me? That's a joke. What can this really do? But we were willing to and open to thinking about new ideas, and this was an amazing opportunity because what did it teach us? It taught us about how to be financially protected, to know that we could eventually self-finance our needs. And when there is a financial crisis, we had the cash flow to survive, to get through that rocky road, which is so amazing. From there, I got so excited that I ended up learning about this to actually go out and become licensed to teach others. I'm all about education. So what I want to do now is share with you the 3 major lessons that we learned that can help you not make the same mistakes that we made and help your business become financially protected for the future. Lesson number 1, have a cash reserve. So what we did to build this lesson number 1, which is have a cash reserve, is we've got dividend paying whole life insurance, which builds cash value and equity just like a home that you can access without barriers, which was huge for us to start building on and for our future to protect our business. And that brings us into lesson 2, which is to create a long-term savings plan. And the cool thing about this is we actually had a vehicle that created automated savings, that we knew that we had lifelong future protection and money for the upcoming events that may happen in our life. And that was really something that we felt proud to look back on to this day, is wow, we've been saving all these years and we're in such a better position financially by creating that lesson number 2, have a long-term savings vehicle that's automated. And by going through lesson 1 and 2, what was so exciting is we created a vehicle that had us now become our own source of financing, which was, for me, so emotionally charged because of the excitement of not having to deal with a banker, is that we now had a future cash reserve that allowed us to say, hey, you know what, I need some equipment, or I need to put this incredible TV show together that requires money. Now, by having our own source of financing, we now, from the beginning, we just talked about having to deal with the bank when our business went under. Now, we have the empowerment to know that we could create our own source of financing for the future. And by doing these three things, we're now able to create financial control for life.